All right, guys, welcome. We're back again. FOD Live 2026. We're actually going to skip forward a little bit here, and we're going to play a quarter-final match between CC001 and Dunmore. We just thought with the way things were, with the availability of the players, we would play matches whenever they're available. So we're actually going to play a quarter-final match this evening in a few minutes here, and then tomorrow we'll get back to some of the first round matches. So let's talk about the players. CC001 versus Dunmore. CC having beat Solomon 3-0 in the first round. Pretty convincing win there. Dunmore being the victor over Shockwave in a tight 3-2 match. That was actually quite an interesting one. Dunmore was in the lead 2-0. Shockwave came back, and then Dunmore won the last one. So the guys are waiting. I'm just going to give them the go-ahead, and then we'll switch over to the match. So we should be going live any second. And here we go. We are live, folks. Let me just switch camera. Make sure my sound is on. There we go. Good luck, both. So CC001 has an open table. Just a reminder, this is a race to 4 format, so we were playing a race to 3 in the round 1 matches. This is a quarterfinals match, so this is a race to 4. My apologies. That's better. You should be able to see now. So yeah, this is an interesting one. It's a bit of a tough one to call. Actually, I cannot really come up with an idea of who's going to win this, because this is going to be a tough one. This is going to be a close match, I'd feel. I've played quite a few matches with Dunmore, but I haven't played that many, I don't think, with CC. Looks like Dunmore is going to go for solids here. Yeah, things are a little bit messy down this end of the table. Yeah, this is going to be quite tough actually for CC, because he's got a lot of congestion near that corner pocket where he's got a few of the stripes. So he's going to take control of the pocket. I think that's a wise idea there, just with the amount of spots that were over that corner side. Yeah, Dunmore electing just to try and punch into them to open the balls up a little bit more. He's okay, he's on the 7. Can he just develop something here after this? Well, he's on the 4 ball to the corner. He's got a thin cut into that corner pocket. We've actually got quite a few players watching this match in the actual browser. So we've got a few watching live here, and we've got another, looks like 7 on top watching in the browser. So plenty of people wanting to see what the result of this match is. So he's taking his time here, and I don't blame him because this is a delicate shot, and he's actually come off pretty well there. He's managed to pot the 4, and he's left a cuttable 1 into the corner, which will actually move the 5 as a result. So he looked to pot this one and hopefully move that 13 out of the way and try and get, yeah, that's worked out okay. Now he has left a very thin 5 ball to the corner pocket, the same pocket he just played into. This is definitely not an easy cut here, but it is doable. Yeah, that's actually worked out pretty good. He's got a tough black though to take this first game in the match, and he has missed it. Yeah, he just wanted to hit that a little bit harder to leave himself better on the black. Unfortunately, he's left himself a really quite a tough black there, and he has missed it. So we're looking at a potential clear up by CC here. Yeah, so really it looks to be pretty straightforward in terms of the run out. Just needs to stun this in, take the 15. He's left himself a good angle to come back over at the other side of the table here for the 10. Yeah, and that's just about perfect. You kind of want to, I mean, whenever you're in a match situation, you would rather leave an easier shot than that, but he's potted it. And this is going to be 1-0 to CC, guys, in the first quarterfinal of the FOD Live 2026 8-ball knockout. So we've got Dunmore with an open table. He's going to go for spots. He's missed the first one. He tried taking that long one into the corner and he's missed it. So CC is going to steal his spots on him. And spots are definitely the better of the two at the moment, because you can see that there's a lot of them that go down at the bottom rail there. There's less congestion. So he's going to try his best to try and get as many spots as he can down here. Yeah, good shot on the 3 there. What's he left himself? Can he see the 7? He's got the 1 up here. Might be tempted. I don't think he actually has the angle to pot that 7, so he's going to be forced into taking this 1 ball. He's going to play this in and out of the block there, and he's come down nicely, and he's on the 4. No, that's a really nice delicate shot he's played there. He's opened up the 7 nicely into the same pocket. If he can try and just... This is the problem here with the 8 ball. Well, actually, you know what it does? He can stun this up and play in the opposite corner, which he has done beautifully. And that looks like a 2-0 head start for CC here. Yep, the black goes down and he's 2-0 up on this game. And in a blink of an eye, CC is 2-0 up in this match. Are we going to get another whitewash? We had one earlier. Are we going to get another one? Dunmore just needs to settle his nerves. He's missed a few balls there, which isn't like him. And he's left CC back in here again. He's going to go for the stripes. And let's just have a look where he finishes up. So he does have a shot either on the 10 or the 13, as you can see both go. Needs to try and open up this kind of group of balls here around where the 8 ball is. The 15 was going, still does go, and he's tried to open more of them up, which he has done. This is a really good play by CC so far. He really hasn't made any mistakes, and he's developed the balls really nicely. So if he keeps this up, yeah, he's still okay, but he's nudged the 9 into an unpottable position. So he's probably going to try and stun into the cushion first and hit the 9, or maybe even go direct. He's gone direct, and he's got the safety of having the 11 down here as well. So he's opened up the 9 ball, and he's still on the 11. Problem is the 9 ball isn't. Well, do you know what? He's actually landed absolutely perfect on that 9, because that was a difficult ball to get on. As you can see, only really went into the middle pocket here. Now, where does he play the black? That's the question. Now, he's played it with power to try and get on the black, and he's ended up missing the pot. So he'll not be happy with that. And he's left definitely a chance here for Dunmore to run out. He's just going to put the pressure on. He's going to play a good safety, and CC needs to try and, well, first of all, hit the 9. Second of all, either pot it or get some sort of a safety, and he's done neither, and he's actually gone in off. So he's going to give the cue ball over to Dunmore in hand, and you would imagine from here, this is a bit like a practice routine, isn't it? With the balls the way they're spread, you would imagine this is a gimme, but you just never know in this match format. Can he keep his nerve here and just finish these off to make it 2-1? That would really be what he needs here in this match. He definitely doesn't want to go 3-0 down in a race to 4. Yeah, he's played that nicely. Is he going to go for the 1 next and then the 2? He's got a few options here. He actually might even go for the 7 first. Just depends what way he's feeling. He could do 7 first, a little bit of screw back for the 2, then take the 3 and then the black, or he could take the 3, but I think the 7 first and then take the 2. He didn't really want to hit that 2 now. He's ended up hitting that 2 on the way back. He didn't have enough backspin on the white. He's still okay. You can see it just passes the 3, but the problem he has is he can't add any backspin here because he's right up against the black, which means, as you can see, he's ran through and actually nudged into the 3, and he's put it in a difficult position to pot. As you can see, it's definitely not a gimme, this pot. We're going to know if it's in before he does, and it is in. There's a bit of work to do yet, folks. This is a tough black. Which way is he going to go about it now? He has a few options. He could double it and leave CC. It's kind of like a shot to nothing almost. He can double this, leave the white where the black is, and leave CC with a long, difficult 9 ball. Or he could do this, which is actually a good option also. Put the pressure on CC. I think that's a really good thought out shot there, because now he's got ball in hand, and this is going to be 2-1, folks. And there we have it, 2-1 in the match, race 2-4. CC now with the break. Let's see if he can get one back or if this game's going to go 2-2. It's very, very hard to call this. Both players have been playing well. So Dunmore going for the stripes. And I don't think he's going to be able to do anything other than this 14 up to the top, which he hasn't potted. So he's going to give control back over to CC here. He has a good chance of running out here if he just chooses the right order. I think maybe he's going to go for this 2. I would actually go for the 1 here if it was me, because that ball is really the only difficult one here. If he potted the 1, he wouldn't have to move anything else. But he's deciding to go for the 2, and you can see the 10 is just ever so slightly encroaching there. You see that? That is the problem. He's left himself. I would have played the 1 and came back up the table, because that 1 was really the only ball. Now he's played a good recovery shot there. He's actually played the 7 into the middle, which was a very, very tight cut. Can he see this 4? The problem is, yeah, he's going to have to just add a little bit of side. This is definitely missable. And there we have it. Yeah, that was a difficult shot to play. Whenever you're playing with power and you're going up and down the table, it's very, very difficult to plan where you want the white to land. So maybe a little bit of frustration just after the shot on the 2 to the middle. Definitely think there was better ways to run that rack out, but everyone's different. That's what makes the game so interesting, just seeing what ways players want to decide to take the balls out. So Dunmore then is on the stripes, and this looks rudimentary from here, as long as he doesn't make anything very difficult, and he hasn't done that. That is a pretty good positional shot. He's got choice of balls. And after I've said that, of course, he's missed one of them, and he'll be kicking himself, because really that was quite an easy clearance from there. I mean, I say easy, but easy for these guys. Yeah, CC's got an issue here, because there's so much congestion caused by the stripes that he's going to have to do something pretty special to win this frame. And that is actually probably the best he could have done there, which is to try and block the pocket for the black, which he sort of has, but then there's other pockets that the black can go into. He can just go forward here, and he has the black now into the corner pocket. Paul just saying there about the commentator's curse. It's happened a lot now. I should really learn my lesson and stop. I really should. Every time I say that, commentator's curse comes up. So we've got ourselves a 2-2 match in our hands now. So that's what everyone wanted to see. So this is going to be an interesting one to see who can take the next game here in this race to 4. So we've got Dunmore on the solids. Again, I mean, this is not bad. What he's got to deal with here, he can pot this 4, then the 7, and then the 3, and then he's on the 2, but he's moved the black there. He's still okay. There's definitely chances to run out from here, that's for sure. He has the space. He doesn't need to move too much. Now he's going to be running into balls here. In fact, he has a little bit of room to play with. He might not have to. We'll just have to see which way he goes. He's decided to go for the middle bag, and he's got it. Let's see how he is on this 3 ball. He's still okay. He can pot that. The trouble is he's going to have to go behind. Yeah, he wanted to go behind that 10, which he's hit it, and he's got away with it. But he kind of wanted to go behind that 10 without hitting it. But that's a great shot, and he's just had a little bit of a drag backspin shot just to land perfectly on this 8 to the corner. And that, folks, is a really nice run out from the break by Dunmore to go 3-2. He's done well to clear that there. That definitely needed clearing. That was not straightforward. So one more game needed for Dunmore. Let's see if he can do it. Yeah, Stripes is a good option here because he's got 2 blockers on at the moment either side. Well, he did have 2 blockers either side. He's potted the black. Can you believe that? That is really unlucky to pot the black from there. I mean, let's just have another look at that. The black is just rolling and rolling and rolling, and it's gone in. Can you believe? That is very unfortunate for that to happen. And now we're on a deciding game on this race to 4 after a blink of an eye. Black ball potted early. And Dunmore, I mean, he'll be kicking himself in a way, but there's not much you can do when that happens. You just have to take it in the chin and move on. Okay, so this is the final game in this match. Who will take it? That is the question. Dunmore on the table with Stripes. And there's a big clump of balls here in the middle. The break didn't really open them up, and he's going to have to move some of his balls here just to see if he can bring them into potable positions. That's not going to work out. Is he on this 12? I don't think he is. I think he would just possibly touch the 3 on the way through if he was to take that. So what is he going to do here? I mean, he might just decide to play safe. This is where the nerves start to kick in. You're 3-3 in a race to 4. Every shot matters, and every decision you make is going to be very important. Yeah, he's just taking his time here, which I don't blame him for. Yeah, I think that he's just opted to play some sort of containing safety there and just leave things awkward for CC, who still has a little bit of work to do, but he has left a pot on. As you can see, this one goes into the corner pocket. He's brought the white into the middle of the table. Now, what does he have here? He really only has this 7 to go for. And by playing that, he'll move the 3 into hopefully a potable position, which he has done. He'll probably play the 5 next. Do any of these balls go? Yes, the 3 goes. The 4, not so much. So he'll probably play the 4 now because he's landed quite well on it. Or he could play the 3 and then just spin back a little bit and either play. He's got an option here. He can play the 4 into the middle actually after this shot, which he'll probably do. As you can see, he's just pulled the white back slightly too much. Yeah, that's really, really nicely controlled there. He's actually played that well. The only problem is, does he have an angle to get? He does. He can just literally bring the white up the table and play the 8 into the corner, but he's actually put too much backspin on that white, and he's ended up careering into the black, and wouldn't you know, he almost potted the black. And I think that might have been a little bit of frustration there. After his last positional shot on the black, he wasn't happy with it, and he's just thumped the black hoping that something would drop, and unfortunately it didn't, but it almost did. Let's have a look. How close was this from going in? That he almost did it. That would have been some way to win a match. Now, he was trying to pot it there in off the rail, but he's not done that, and he's left control now over to Dunmore. Yeah, that's the way to play it. He's brought everything out in the open now, and he's got a very straightforward run for this match. Is he going to do 11 first or 12 first? Looks like he's going to take this 11 on, come off the cushion, leave the white in the middle, which he's done. This is looking like a 4-3 victory to Dunmore, folks. Just needs to hold his nerve. Yep. And this is pretty rudimentary. The black is over the pocket. Really good comeback there by Dunmore. Very well played. Congratulations. He has won his quarterfinal match versus CC001. Congrats to both players for participating. And that was another cracking match, I'm sure you'll agree. And let's just have a look at the brackets the way they're sitting now. So once these get updated, as you can see, Dunmore will be moving into the semi-final. And unfortunately, that is the end for CC. But again, thanks a lot for playing. He did a really good showing and played very, very well. So can't take anything away from him. So here's what's going to happen with regards to the rest of the games. So we've got another game coming up tomorrow, which if you look at the left-hand side, third game down, Sean Murphy versus Dubai. This is going to be an incredibly exciting match. So you definitely don't want to miss that game. That's going to happen tomorrow at 7 o'clock UK time. So if you want to watch that, it's going to happen around 7 p.m. UK time, give or take, just depending on whenever the players are ready. So please don't miss that one if you want to see it live, and that will be a great match to watch. And then we will have the remaining two first round games being played at some point, hopefully within the next 24 hours also. And then we'll get into the rest of the quarterfinals. We'll know more then who's going to play who in their corresponding quarterfinal matches. So thanks again, guys, for tuning in, and I'll see you again tomorrow, similar time. Thanks now. Goodbye.